Welcome. We are glad you can join us today for the NTTV News at Noon. I'm Erika Hernandez from the University of North Texas in Denton. Today's top stories focus on a third mosquito trap in Louisville has tested positive for West Nile virus this year. The city of Louisville has done mosquito spraying and fogging and will monitor the trap site and test it again later this week to see if further action is required. And 2 cars involved in a fatal wrong-way crash, each carrying mother and daughter. All 4 were killed. The crash was reported in the 8,000 block of Fort Worth Drive near the Argyle-Denton border. Police do not suspect that alcohol or speeding were factors in the crash. But first, looking for a new place to work out? Twisted Bodies Pilates and Yoga offers a fun and unique training environment. They strive to bring something new to Denton, Texas by offering a variety of classes. You will find everything from Pilates and yoga to aerial skills to pole fitness. Their studio hours are designed to fit your busy schedule. Twisted Bodies is mainly known for their huge support to breast cancer patients and the Susan G. Komen Foundation.
We are huge supporters of Susan G. Komen, specifically the North Texas chapter. We do about 2 to 3 different events here at the studio each month. There's disco yoga, acro yoga. Sometimes we throw other crazy things in there for people to come participate in, all on a donation basis. That money goes directly back to Susan G. Komen.
Denton has a very interesting barbershop. This particular barbershop stays open until 2 a.m. and the location is a truck. I have more details on this. Here, in the very own streets of Denton, Texas, we have found something very interesting, a truck. Usually, people hear of food trucks, but this one is different. Take a look. Ever heard of a traveling barber? We found one here in Denton. The Bearded Lady is a truck where a licensed barber cuts hair and trims beard. The Bearded Lady is owned and operated by Jennifer Wood and Zach Johnston. The idea of a traveling barber came upon them being tired of missing out on all the festivals.
As a stylist, you always work Saturdays. And I was tired of missing out on all the festivals, and I'm like, well, all the people are over there and we're just sitting here, so if we had a traveling spot, then we could be where all the people are at.
The Bearded Lady is building up their clientele in Denton before taking their business on the road.
Starting next year, we'll start going to music festivals in Austin and Dallas and Fort Worth, and car shows. We like doing car shows.
Zach and Jenny plan on expanding their business with more moving trucks. But as for the Bearded Lady, it has found its home, here on the streets of Denton.
Denton will always be home, so the Bearded Lady will always be here. This is where it started, so this is where she'll always stay.
The Bearded Lady is the only barbershop open until 2 in the morning. There is no other barbershop here in Denton, Texas that's open that late. The Bearded Lady is not your typical barbershop. There is no television or Wi-Fi. They listen to music on vinyl and drink whiskey while on the job. They provide services like haircuts, straight razor shave, beard trim, razor fade, or you can get the full service package for only $45, and they'll throw in a hot towel and a cigar. For more information or to schedule your appointment, go to thetravelinggroomingparlor.com. We'll be back in a moment to talk with the creator of a successful blog and YouTube channel, Mocha Smith. It seems like social media is taking over all aspects of news and entertainment, and more people are creating their own blog or video blog. Here we have student Mocha Smith from the University of North Texas to share her successful story on her oh-so-popular Almost Rich TV blog and YouTube channel. Hello, Mocha.
Hi.
How are you today?
I'm doing great.
Thank you
Thanks
so
for
much.
having me.
No, thank you so much for being here today. So tell me, what made you want to create your own blog and YouTube channel?
Well, I'm studying converged broadcast media, which is putting me in the place of becoming a radio personality. So I just wanted to become familiar with interviewing people, broadcasting, things of those aspects.
And I know that it's very time-consuming, so or not time-consuming, but how do you come up with the topics of what you're going to show on your channel and your blog?
Well, actually, with the classes that I take at the University of North Texas, they play in a huge aspect because they train me to go get the story. So sometimes I'll use that story, or I'll go to events and I'll go get some footage and broadcast it and just tell people, oh, this is what's coming up, and make sure you go to this event just so they can get out the house.
Nice. And I know you said you're a full-time student at the University of North Texas, and you're also in extracurricular activities.
Yes.
So how do you manage the time to keep up with your blog, your YouTube channel, and as well as your followers? Because I'm sure you have to keep up with your followers in order for them to tune in.
You do, only because I also promote local talents, business, and artists. Like, they contact me, and I have to make sure it stays professional to the point that I schedule which day I'm going to promote their business or song. So it is really time consuming. I really think God puts an extra 3 hours on the clock for me, honestly, because I don't know how I do it.
And what advice would you give to those who are wanting to create their own blog and YouTube channel?
For any mass communication major, you need to have a profile. Like, point blank period, you should start your YouTube channel. It's nothing much to think about. Just find something that you love to do and broadcast it. That's my advice.
Thank you so much, Mocha, for joining us today. Be sure to check out Mocha's Almost Rich TV blog and YouTube channel. We'll be back in a moment with all the details that took place at the Europa Fitness Expo over the weekend. Here we are outside of the Dallas Convention Center very early this morning, here to witness a big event. An event that brings thousands of people together to learn about physical endurance, fitness, and bodybuilding. The Europa Fitness Expo. Let's take a look inside. The Europa Expo started here in Dallas, Texas 25 years ago. Ed and Betty Pariso had a vision to grow the world of health and fitness for both companies and athletes. What started out as a small fitness show with only 3 vendors has grown into one of the largest health, fitness, and sports expos in the world. The expo consists mainly of live competitions like bodybuilding, MMA, karate, powerlifting, and many others. Europa also brings famous bodybuilders like Rich Piana, Buff Bunny, and Corey Miller, who expresses how informative the expo is to the public.
It brings a lot of information to the public because a lot of the public is very interested in the fitness world. They just don't know much about it. They don't know what to take. They don't know any science behind any of the product. All they really see is pre-workout and protein. And a lot of them think everything is the same. These expos like this let them meet the athletes, the people they follow in person, so it's more personable, and it lets them see more about the products and the things that they should be taking.
Competitor Lane Wydell says Europa is what motivated him to become a bodybuilder.
Whenever I first came to Europa, I knew that I wanted to compete, so it really influenced me to start competing.
What most attracts the public is the free samples of all the nutritional supplements.
I got a lot of samples from places, and I mean, you could like sample the stuff, like they had muffins over there, and you could try all the pre-workout, so that's really nice.
Every year, the Europa Expo takes place in 4 different cities: Orlando, Florida, Dallas, Texas, Charlotte, North Carolina, and Phoenix, Arizona. Until next year, Europa. When we come back, we'll be at the Oakland Park near Louisville Lake, where a man's body was recovered. Authorities have recovered the body of a 35-year-old man who drowned in Louisville Lake Saturday night during a boat party. A man whose name has not been released was swimming near a 2-story party boat when he went underwater. About 30 people were on the boat at the time of the drowning, which occurred after the boat anchored. The man's body was found here in this Oakland Park near Louisville Lake. For more details on this very tragic story, join us tonight at 9. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Erika Hernandez with NTTV News. I am Erika Hernandez. Thank you for joining us today for the NTTV News at Noon.